Okay, so we are going to study about the myofibril, which is the basic structure of the muscle, and it is surrounded by endomysium. While as we know that the muscle is striated, so it contains light dark pattern. Okay, so the light one is called thin filament, or the thick band, or the dark one is called as thick band. So now why it is known as thin, why it is known as thick, so let me just clear it out. That we have two types of filaments, actin and myosin. Okay, so when only one type of filament is present, then it is called light band or the thin band. And when both the types of filaments are present, then they are known as thick band. To just clear it out, let me tell you that myosin is the major one which is present. That is why ये thick के अंदर आता है. ठीक है, इसको हम thick बोलते हैं. Like it contains actin plus myosin, but myosin थोड़ा ज़्यादा amount में. That is why it is called as thick band. While here light band में अगर देखें तो we have actin which is thin band. Okay, so because only one type of filament is present, that is why it is monorefractive, and monorefractive, that is isotropic. Simple. ठीक है. While here we have two types of filament, hence double refractive. You know, like monorefractive and double refractive means कि same length पे, same type के wavelength पे refraction होगा कि नहीं. That's it. Okay, so we have actin and myosin, so double refractive, and obviously opposite of isotropic, that is anisotropic. So it is called A band and I band, which are the abbreviated form of these things. Okay, so now we have the structure of myofibril. Okay, this is the simplest structure which you can get. Now we have two types of bands, like I band, then A band, I band, A band, I band, A band, so on. That is light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. So because we know that I band contains only actin, so here these lines are nothing but the actin one. Okay, and which are extended over here. And if I talk about the thick line, so it contains both actin and myosin. तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं that we have both of it. Like here it's actin, here it's myosin, then here is actin, and then here is myosin. So this pura part or the pura band is called as A band because it contains actin plus myosin, and majorly myosin. Okay, and it is known as I band because it contains only actin. Okay, now actin is contains what we can say, contractile protein, structural protein, which is called Z line. So Z line इसलिए कहते हैं because it is zigzag in shape. ठीक है, and if I talk about the M line, which is also a contractile protein, structural protein, I'm sorry, it's a structural protein, and hence it is called M line. So just a trick to remember it, that no offense, but to remember it, you have to say A mote. ठीक है, so A mota means A band, and M means M line, and M also means myosin, and M also means mota. So that's how you can just easily memorize it in the exam hall. ठीक है, now we have H zone. We all have heard about this zone, but we never get to understand it, what it is. So let me tell you, H zone is nothing but the area or that zone where only myosin is present. Actin वहाँ पे present नहीं होगा. ठीक है, only myosin is present. Now if I talk about this sarcomere, so sarcomere is the most important thing for the NEET purpose. Sarcomere is nothing but it's the line or the area or the zone where like between the two successive Z line. ठीक है, so Z line क्या था, वापस से बोलो तो Z line is nothing but the structural protein which is present on I band, and M line is the structural protein which is present in A band. हाँ, तो between the two Z lines we have this area known as sarcomere. Now why sarcomere is so important? It is because the contraction, when we do the muscle contraction, then ATP खर्च होता है, right? So we'll just get to know about this in the next video. So it's that sarcomere which keeps on increasing and decreasing in case of relaxation and contraction. So if I talk about the contraction, then sarcomere decreases, like they come closer to each other, and that is the reason why the I band also comes closer to each other. That is, I band decreases. इतना तो you can visualize obviously. ठीक है, and if it's if we talk about the A band, then A band remains the same. Like here the question comes, like people think that I band is decreasing, so A band will also decrease, but no, A band will remain same. Because you just think ना, I band is coming closer, that is ये इधर आ जाएगा, ये इधर आ जाएगा, ये भी इधर आ जाएगा, ये भी इधर आ जाएगा. What is the difference? कुछ तो difference नहीं हुआ, because A band is the one which contains both actin and myosin, so no difference. ठीक है, Now if we talk about the H zone, then obviously if when I band is coming closer, that means actin is coming closer to this M line, and hence the H zone, which is the zone where only myosin is present. Now actin will also be present, so actin and myosin both will overlap each other, and hence H zone will disappear. Like there's no such zone where the actin is where only myosin is present. Everywhere myosin and actin both are present, hence the H zone disappears. And if I talk about the length of actin and myosin, then you can see the length. Then what, like obviously there's no change in the length, right? So that's just a stupid question which keeps on confusing the students, and hence the students get confused. Take care, and they just loses negative mark 5 marks. Acha, okay, so that's it. Now what you have to remember is that thin filament always slide over the thick filament. Here thin filament, that is actin, always slide over the thick filament, that is myosin. Myosin kahin nahi ja raha, it will remain in that place, but actin will slide over. That you'll get to know in the mechanism, obviously. So that's it. And if I talk about the structural protein and contractile protein, so obviously we know that contraction में कौन help करता है? So actin and myosin का role हो रहा है, पूरा game actin and myosin पे चल रहा है. That's why it is known as contractile protein. While if I talk about the Z and M line, then they are structural protein. They are just the structures on these contractile protein, and hence that is they are known as structural protein. Like it's very simple, okay? Just take things simply and they'll fall for you. Oh god. Yeah, so that is it. That is it which you have to remember for NEET and also for the board exam. And yeah, that's it.